But Ray McAllister, first at bat. Welcome back to episode 30 of our expansion franchise series with the Nashville Stars. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Before we get into it, I just want to thank you all so very much. We're on episode 30. You all have been supporting each and every video on the channel, and it has been a great experience. And before you go today, if you do like the video, leave a like down below and hit the subscription button if you're not subscribed. It helps out the channel a ton, and it's completely free to you all. And now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. In the last episode, we were able to get through some of the first part of the year. We started off in April on a rough start to the season, losing multiple series in a row before sweeping the Nationals, and then starting to pick it up towards the end of the month. And now we're in the month of May, where we're hopefully going to get above 500 here in the next few games. And then we'll be headed in to take on the Atlanta Braves in a neutral site game in Bristol Speedway. It's going to be a cool experience just playing in that stadium. Obviously, it doesn't mean much to the actual gameplay. I just thought it was cool when I saw somebody create the stadium on YouTube, and I realized that this season there's actually going to be a game in that speedway, in that racetrack. So it's going to be very, very cool. But with that out of the way, we can go ahead and simulate through the rest of the weeks before we get to the game and see if we get some moments. If not, we'll jump straight into the Braves game and take them on and see if we can get a big win against a division rival in the Atlanta Braves. But as we get into this one, we'll be joining Josh Naylor. He has a chance to get some runs back here as we are at home against the Brewers. As the Brewers look to knock us down and keep us below 500. Naylor this time on top of it. Grounds to first base, but it'll work as a sacrifice, as the runner will advance to second as Kobe Mayo, he's bringing that average up just ever so slightly, will line out to center field. Got some decent wood behind it, but wasn't able to drive it any further than into the center fielder's glove. This time, Colt Keith, third batter in a row, will get put out here to end the 8th inning, as the Brewers will stay on to get the win here on the road. Next up, we'll be joining Pete Fairbanks, who has struggled so far this season to finish out games. He has blown 5 saves in 15 attempts, so a 33% clip. It's going to be something that he needs to turn around here very quickly if we are going to try to make a deep run into this season. But this time, he will stay on and get the big save as Herrera flies out to McAllister in center field as we go on the road and get a big win as we are trying to climb back to 500. But on to the Brave series, where we will be playing the Braves in a neutral site game in Bristol Speedway. But before that, Willie Castro, an amazing last 6 games. After starting the season off below 100 average, he's able to get that average above 300. But taking a quick glimpse around the stadium, this is a beautiful stadium. I'm not really sure who designed it. I'll put their name in the bottom right hand corner for you all to check it out if you want. But this is an awesome recreation of the Bristol Speedway Stadium remix, and it was just a freaking awesome experience to really play here and just kind of get immersed in it. You can see the grandstands completely full, and it is just a really cool vibe as you are in the middle of a racetrack, and it's going to happen this year, which is going to be really awesome. So I'm excited to see that happen. But first batter, Ji-Hwan Bae strikes out Micah Bell, top penthouse, strikeout number 1, 95 on the gun. We'll sit down Bae. And unfortunately, you're all going to have to listen to a lot of gameplay commentary today. We have a ton of gameplay to get through. It'll be most of the video, so I hope you all enjoy that. I just want to let you all know that we'll be mostly in gameplay. But Riley Green, strikeout number 2, second straight batter in a row. Even though Green has been on an absolute tear, batting above 300 to start this season, Austin Riley, after Micah Bell walked his first batter, he will ground out to second base. Colt Keith with a nice play there to range over and snag that one to keep this inning scoreless. On to the bottom half, we will face a familiar face in a former Marlins system. Yuri Perez has come to the Braves to be one of their top pitchers. But Ray McAllister, first at bat, 1-1 count, opposite field, no doubter, to break the tie in the first at bat of the Stars game. And he will go deep for his 7th on the season as he leads all leadoff men in home runs so far this year. And he's been on an absolute tear this season in his rookie campaign, really striving for the Rookie of the Year honors, trying to get to that big free agency contract as quick as possible. But the young 20-year-old will take Perez, a seasoned veteran at this point, deep to left field, as he is a very good opposite field power hitter or a switch hitter so that he can hit to all parts of the field. Very impressive from the rookie. But as we get into it, the starting lineup here, Josh Naylor, second place in average behind Willie Castro, who we saw at the beginning has been an absolute tear so far this season, as Naylor will get walked to get on base. And that's something we've seen so far this year. Naylor and everybody on the team, for that fact, have been working the count really well. And something that we haven't seen the last few seasons. But this time, Kobe Mayo on the ground to third base. That will be a double play. Doubled him up to get out of the inning as we get another glimpse back to the leadoff homer. One hit, one run from McAllister. Mean mugging out of the box, as he has had a very impressive start to his rookie year. On to the bottom half after a very quiet top half. Will fly out as Jose Miranda goes to left field for out number 1. Willie Castro, the aforementioned man on a tear, will fly out as well to left field with a runner on first. And that'll be the end of the second inning. Still 1-0 ball game as we get a glimpse of last series from our pitching staff. 26 innings, a sub 1.5 ERA, a sub 1 whip. Very impressive series from them over the weekend, as PJ Murray Jr. will go left into the gap there at shortstop and third base to get a hit. But Micah Bell, unfazed, will get his third strikeout of the day up top at 96. But this time Bay goes into center field right in front of McAllister. One hops it to his glove as Riley Green goes through the gap, but he doesn't, as Keith gets in the dirt, goes horizontal to steal a hit from Green. Unfortunate turn of events there. Green thought he had a single into the right field, as they could have possibly scored that game-tying run. As Acuna goes up the middle, but Castro makes another nice play, a spinning through. Naylor with the stretch, as this inning has been an exceptional showcase of fielding from a team that's somehow rated in the bottom half of the league. As we get another look at us here, look at the extension. Almost does the splits as he saves a hit there. As we get a starter comparison glimpse, 4 innings both ways. Abel leads the strikeout category with 5 over Perez's 3. And you can see why. He's just been able to place that fastball in very good positions. This time, top of the zone, will produce a flyout. 97 on the gun. And we have really seen Abel prosper over the last few seasons, mostly in a long reliever role. But this year, as we're talking about that, he goes in the middle of the zone as Mota goes deep. A wall scraper to tie this game up. Outside of that homer, Abel has been very, very good this season, and he has really progressed last few seasons. Again, in that long relief role, as we got rudely interrupted there by Mota, but he's been really good, coming along very, very nicely. The 27-year-old, 28-year-old now has developed and has filled in a starter role this season after some big injuries, as Colt Keith goes up the middle to get on here in the bottom half of the 5th. 1 out. Runner on first, Willie Castro will go into foul territory. A big swing of the bat, 108 on the gun, as he was just too early. Thought it was a sweeper, but gets it this time. 114 deep to center field. And that one is a no-doubter. 483 over the building in the outfield. Almost hit the racing track out there in deep right center for his 4th homer of the campaign, as he hits an absolute nuke. 483 is the longest homer I've seen this season, it might be the longest home run of the season, as that was absolutely demolished. He got every ounce of that one. 114.3 off the bat. 483 as the boys take a 3-1 lead, as Sean Jelly will come in. Interesting fact about Sean Jelly, we were at UK together. I did not have any interaction with him, but he was at the same college campus at the same time as me. Very, very tall individual, 6'11". I'm tall myself, but he even made me look tiny. But Francisco Alvarez will do his best, try to put one over the fence. This time, Naylor, can he get it at the warning track? But the center fielder will be able to backpedal into the wall to save a big hit there, but not before Castro puts up the Stars with an absolute blast in the bottom half, as we go up 3-1 here, coming into the later stages of this game, as we will relieve Micah Bell to bring on Aaron Ashby in the top of the sixth. Very impressive outing by Bell, as Colt Keith makes another good, ranging over into the gap to steal a hit, this time from Acuna. We will get the first out of the inning. On to Bregman now, as he rockets one to the feet of Keith, as he is getting a ton of work today at second base, but he has been on his game, hasn't allowed a hit yet in that second base position. This time, Jose Miranda 0 for 2 today, 230 on the season, as he will get a no-doubter, 107. A wall scraper barely over the wall, 387, 100 feet shorter than the last homer. But the boys are absolutely destroying the ball today. 107.3 off the bat, as that one got out in a hurry. That one I don't even think got higher than the foul pole, but it was just an absolute screamer over the left field walls. Look at another look at it here. No doubter, kind of surprising, almost pimped a single if it would have just barely scraped over that wall, if it was just a little, like a foot shorter. That was an infield single for him, as Colt Keith will come back lefty on lefty and strike out. But the boys do go up 4-1 here, coming into the seventh inning, as we will give this one on into the deeper part of the bullpens. But Aaron Ashby stays on against Ernie Clement, as he'll go to Naylor, as Ashby will foot it out, but he won't get there in time, as Clement will be able to leg it out, and the score will give him a base hit, as he will steal as well. But Alvarez with a nice pop tine and guns him down, as he will try to steal a bag, but he won't be able to do so, as that was an amazing throw, perfectly placed for Alvarez to Keith, as they will get another strikeout on Murray Jr. to end the inning, as De Los Santos comes on in relief, trying to hold this game at 3 runs to hand it off to the team in the top half, as he will allow a big hit. Robles, perfect, 106 off the back in the center field, and one hopper to the center fielder. Josh Naylor on 0 for 2 today. Can he somehow go not 0 for, but he'll fly this one out into the deepest part of the park. Not a lot shallower than I thought it was. I thought it had a chance to get to at least the wall, but Naylor will fly out for the first out of the inning. Kobe Mayo up 0 for 3 today, as Naylor was 0 for 2 with a walk. Kobe Mayo gets all of this one, 95 off the bat, and this one over the wall as well, 376, as the boys have gone nuclear here. 4 homers today for the Stars. Kobe Mayo's 4th of the season, 95 mile-per-hour off the bat. That one felt more like a no-doubter, more so than Jose's, but I guess it just didn't give it to us. But it doesn't matter. It's 2 runs anyways, 6-1, as the boys have come out to a commanding lead here late stages of this game, as the Luka will come up to bat and swinging, looking foolish on that slider, as we'll get another look at Kobe Mayo's big home run. And that is exactly why we brought him into the team this year. He's a big power hitter in that 4-hole, and hopefully he can get a lot more. Has kind of got onto a slow start this year, only with 4 homers and a lower average than we would have liked. as Soto comes on to relieve Ashby in the top of the ninth, or he relieved him in the top of the eighth, as he will stay on in the top of the ninth to continue to save opportunity, as we will walk Austin Riley, Alex Bregman up. And this one, he got all of it, and that one will be another homer over left field wall. I don't think this is a juice ballpark, but it's seeming so, as that is the 5th or 6th home run of the game. But Soto will get the second out of the inning on a nice sinker below the knees of Sobel. Will ground out to third base. Clement on as Naylor lays out to block it, as Soto runs over and will get the out this time, as the boys upset the Braves to take them down and get to the 500 mark for the first time this season, as they are looking to push well into May on a good note, as we are coming into the middle stages of this season, as Micah Bell notches his second win of the year, going 5 innings, only giving up 1 earned and 5 strikeouts as well, as we had a home run frenzy. 4 players homered in this one, as we will head back to Nashville for the rest of the series. And then we will come back home to take on the Braves to continue this little streak we have going and get us a 23-21. The first batter up will be Victor Robles, and he'll strike out on the slider. But Johnny DeLuca does advance in a scoring position on the steal, as the Braves will go to their bullpen to bring in Gabe Spire to face Colt Keith, going for the lefty on lefty advantage. But Colt Keith does have better stats against lefties, and he'll get one, and it's down in front of the center fielder. A play at the plate, and the throw is too far off, as Johnny DeLuca with the 95 speed will come from second to home on a little dribbler liner over the center, or over the pitcher into center field. Will net us a run here to tie the game up in the bottom of the 8th, as Josh Naylor, who's having an amazing season so far, comes up to the plate, and a hanging slider. That is gone, no doubter. 110 off the bat for his 11th of the season. 440 to deep right field. And that one will give us a 2-run lead here at home, as the boys look to go back to back against the Braves and try to steal that second place of the division. Here in the 4-game stint, you can see some advanced stats on the right-hand side. And all that means is Naylor got every stitch of that one to send it over the field. This time after a single, or a walk to get Ray McAllister on first base. Willie Castro will come up, full count, almost had a single there, into the right field wall. And this one's deep to left field at the wall. This one's gone, as the boys have gone in a home run frenzy against the Braves in this series, and that is the 4th or 5th run in the 8th inning. Willie Castro's 5th of the season, back-to-back games, as he goes 101 to left center field, 391, as he will get fist bumps all around, as the boys have become home run hitters this series, as they will jump on the Braves to take the 2nd in a row in the game of the week. And of course, Josh Naylor, 2 home runs today, will be our player of the game. Great effort from the boys, 3 homers in total, as we take the big win at home versus the Braves. We're only 1 game away from tying them up in record count. But on to the next, Ray McAllister, who's on an 11-game hit streak, as we'll join here, down 4 in the game 4 of the series. 0 for 3 today so far. McAllister trying to get that average up around 250. And so get under this one. Is it enough to get over the short porch in left? It is not, right at the wall, as the Braves will finally get one here in this series, as Joey Cantillo takes the loss. Brian Bella with a great game, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned. But as we get out of that series with the Braves, we will almost mop them. 3 out of the 4 games we win in pretty convincing fashion. We won 6-3, 6-0, 6-2, and we lost the last one 1-5. But that puts us in a very, Nice spot. Only 2 games behind the Braves in second place of the division. The Mets are going absolutely insane. 33-10. They are nearly untouchable. I think they have the best record in all of baseball right now. They do. So they're going to be a tough team to catch up to. Their run differential is insane. They're looking very, very good. But after that good series against the Braves, we will be in third place all alone of a wild card spot. It's early on in the year. Things could go wrong, but honestly, with how the season has gone so far, with all the injuries we have Dean Kramer, Johnny Brito, and Edward Cabrera all down for multiple months. We can still hold on and manage to put out good product on the field. I'm very, very certain we're going to be able to do something good going into the latter parts of the season. And looking here, you can see our batting average. Our lineup isn't necessarily hurt whatsoever, but our batting average top 10 in the league, a little bit behind the Padres in the 7th position. And we're looking very good. We're second in doubles, so we're getting a ton of extra base hits, a lot from Colt Keith and Willie Castro, top 5 in all of the NL in doubles. And then we're top 3 in stolen bases. Victor Robles, another good season, 16 stolen bases so far. Ray McAllister, our top rookie, our rookie in the leadoff spot, also has 6. But I want to go ahead and look at the ERA. We are currently sitting at 4th in the majors in ERA behind the Mets, the division rivals, Dodgers, and Cubs. We're looking very good. Even the Angels are up here, which is interesting. They have put a decent team together, it seems. But Brady Singer sitting there in first place. He's a top 5 in the league in ERA, in the National League. He's 5th in ERA at 2.01. He's had an exceptional season so far, and he's also top 3. He's 3rd place in WAR, 1.6 WAR from the big righty, who is finally, maybe not fully turned it around, but has finally come into his own here in the Stars. You can see the last 2 seasons, around a 4.5 average for those last 2 seasons. But this year, through 9 starts, he has a 2 ERA. He's 2-4 with his record, so we'll have to give him a little bit more run support going into the rest of the year. But his whip is right around 1. 6 quality starts so far, so 67% of his starts in a quality start, which is very, very good. I'm very excited about where things can go from here. And typically I don't look at awards throughout the regular season, but I wanted to here, especially since Ray McAllister is in 2nd place in the Rookie of the Year race behind Junior Severino. I'm not sure if I pronounced his first name right, but we're looking to upset him here. He has a very good average. We have more homers. We have about the same RBIs, but looking here, you can see the WAR differential. Severino has 0.7, but McAllister has 1, and that's probably because he plays center field, and he's actually a pretty good center fielder. So if he can keep increasing that WAR differential and, increasing those stats, he had a rough start to the year, but he's starting to pick it up now. 8 homers, 2 in the last series, 1 in that leadoff spot we saw, and we're looking to hopefully upset him here. But looking around the rest of the league, we'll have some guys scattered around here. Francisco Alvarez going for a Gold Glove at catcher. I don't think we do have 1 more Gold Glove award, or I guess 2 guys competing for it. Victor Robles in right field, and for some reason, Johnny Dale in right field, but I'm assuming it's because his position is right field. I probably should change that to left field. I'll do that off screen, but Johnny Dale sitting here in 3rd place. If he would be in left field, I'm not sure if he'd be top 3, he'd be close. Probably not. He doesn't have the putouts and stuff like that, but he does have the fielding percentage, so who knows. Victor Robles was a 2027 right field Gold Glove recipient, so he's looking to repeat here. But then moving on to the Silver Slugger, we haven't had a Silver Slugger award winner on our team. The last 3 have come from the Brewers in the National League, but Josh Naylor looks to upset Pete Alonso, going for a 3-peat, and right now he's looking really, really good. He has more homers, more RBIs. His average is 40 points better. He has a slugging of 511. His OPS is at 821, which is going to be his best in a long time since his 2023 season with Cleveland, if he can maintain this going forward. And he's looking amazing in that 3-hole for us. But he's not the only one. Colt Keith is having an exceptional season at 2nd base for us, hitting for power at 10 homers, 30 RBIs. He's in the 7th slot or 6th slot, one or the other. Maybe he's even 8th. I'm not sure exactly at the top of my head, but he's looking really good. 275 average, 315 on base percentage, a 538 slugging, which is good for a 853 OPS. and I'm very excited about him. He seems like he's finally coming into his own after the last, 5 seasons with the Stars. He really hasn't got anything above a 730, but this year has really increased that OPS to all career highs. So I'm very excited. And then Willie Castro, another great addition to the team we had from this offseason. 306 average, 5 homers, 22 RBIs, has been very, very exceptional in the shortstop position for us. Has near a 900 OPS, can play everywhere on the field. So uses versatility for sure. He's durable, so he's going to be playing near every day, maybe not at shortstop, around the field. And that is the last guy. We don't have anybody in the outfield yet. Hopefully one of our guys can get there. Victor Robles looks good. He has a very good average, but I'm not sure if he'll bounce up into one of those positions. But regardless, if we can get a couple Silver Sluggers, it'd be a very good year, and just really telling of how well we've done and where we're going to go for the rest of this season. And as we're sitting here in the middle of May, we have the Yankees coming up on a road series. Then we head to the Atlanta, and then we'll come home, play San Francisco, hopefully get some revenge in the very opening day series. And we'll finish out the month in Washington, the capital, and hopefully we can keep it going. We do play some good teams. The Braves and the Yankees are very, very good. The Yankees have a 67 win percentage, so they're very, very nice. The Giants have kind of fallen off from their hot start, so hopefully we can steal a few games here and there. As we come into the middle parts of the season, we need to keep it going. We need to keep producing if we want to secure that wild card spot. But as we wrap this episode up, I think next episode, or maybe in the next couple episodes, we're going to touch base with a couple of the younger guys. I don't think we're going to do a full episode of just prospects like we have done in years past, because we actually are pretty competitive this season, and I want to kind of stay with the Major League team as we go throughout it. But we'll definitely cover Abraham Feliciano, who we picked up this past season in round 3, has amazing potential. The overall is a little bit to be desired, but if he can keep improving that, he's going to look very, very good. Stats in Double A are looking very, very good. Edward Gomez, who we picked up 2 seasons ago, is finally coming into his own. Sub-3 ERA, or whip around 1, and a handful of starts, 5 quality starts as well. So if he can keep those numbers up, he'll be rocketing up the ranks soon. And then Tyler Brady, the guy who we drafted to hopefully be our future shortstop, has very, very good bat to ball skills, very good fielding, but the arm is a little bit of a concern. He may move to second base down the line just because I don't feel like the arm is good enough for a shortstop position. He hasn't really played. He's in A ball, so we may not see him this season. I'm not sure if he'll make the move up to Double A, but we'll have to wait and see. And then a couple of these other guys we haven't really looked at. Robbie Rooney we have a couple times. I may even throw Richard Nieve, who is a massive power hitter at second base, into Double A just so we can see him prosper some. He's been able to develop a little bit in A ball the last 2 seasons, but I kind of want to see if he can get some hacks against some pitching and stuff like that. But with that, that'll come to the end of the episode. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. We're finally starting to make massive moves to a spot in the playoffs. I hope you all enjoy. So I'll catch you all in the next one. And a huge shout out to Chris, our very first premium channel member. Thanks for all your support, man. It's really appreciated.